What is up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the New Age Wall Street TGIF. Thank God it's Friday live stream. Appreciate you guys being here. Sorry I'm running a little bit late. What is it, like 4 or 5 minutes late? Oh shit, I'm 8 minutes late. Appreciate you guys. Let me go ahead and bring you over here. There you go. Now you can see me a little better. The broadcasting software that I have is a little bit different. And to be honest, I don't know how to work it. I don't feel like a pro with it, guys. So I apologize. But it gives me a hard time with like the cameras and stuff, and I have different settings for like the stock cast and for the TGIF live stream on Friday. So it's a little bit different. So I definitely apologize, guys. Um, a couple things before we jump into looking at some stocks and stuff. So we got a new website. So I redesigned the website. I finally got it working. It took like 4 or 5 days. If you guys want to go check it out, you can leave it on there. Eventually, the way that it's going to look on the website is you'll have the page for like memberships, right? You'll be able to sign up for your memberships. And then there'll be another part. Good morning, brother, Eric. And then eventually there's going to be a part. Probably I'm working on it so that it'll be up probably this weekend. It's not going to be very big, but there's going to be a part for like news and blogs and things like that, and also education stuff. So like definitions of the different verbiage and like a encyclopedia of trading, pretty much, if that makes sense. So we could use it for reference in the room, and then other people are able to use it for reference too. So that will be coming here very soon as well. So look out for that as far as the as far as on the website. And also, I had started a Facebook group a long time ago when I first started the room, and I just never did anything with it, guys. So now we have the Facebook group, and I wanted a place where people that aren't members, that are supporters of New Age Wall Street, could have a place to interact. I could go on there and answer questions, as a whole for everyone, and we could kind of just build a community. If you're not a member, so if you're interested, just type in New Age Wall Street in Facebook, and there's a Facebook group in there. I've already started posting, and I'm going to post charts. I'm going to post analysis. I'm going to post a bunch of stuff in there as well, to keep you guys updated on the Facebook group. So I make sure you go and sign up for that as well. But let's go ahead and jump into some stocks and tickers here because we are running late. All right, guys, I'm bringing you guys in the room here. My guys that are in the room. And I appreciate you if you leave me a like, comment, subscribe. It means a lot. It helps with the YouTube algorithm so other people can find me on YouTube. Definitely appreciate it. Let's see here. All right, so you guys are looking at this screen, right? So what a day yesterday was on the market, the SPY. Let me take a drink real quick. I'm trying to. Oh, that's so good. All right. All right, so what a day we had yesterday on the market, guys. So we're looking on the SPY. We were talking about, like, I think it was like last week at the beginning of the week. I kind of just openly threw the question out there. Do you think we come back and test 300? Is what my question was on the SPY, and I felt like it was a little inevitable to at least test 300. We got to validate that 300 level in order to keep going up. Now we're back down here. There's talk about second wave of coronavirus scares, re-implementing like the stay-at-home orders, and all the other stuff too, like the Black Lives Matter, social unrest, things like that. A lot going on in the world right now. So we through all this as well, we have the China trade war still going on. We have people fighting in Venezuela over oil and a bunch of other things that are affecting the market. So as far as today, guys, yesterday, just to let you know a little bit of the way that I traded. So I traded Tesla, and I was looking for the break of 985 on Tesla. So in this area, and of course it broke. But I was way too early. You guys know I have that 10-minute rule at the open, and it just did not. My fault. I FOMO'd into it. I saw I thought I saw a little bit of weakness here on this first candle. If I go into a smaller time frame, so I thought I saw this weakness on this first candle, so I got in right away. I didn't want to miss it, and I went for a ride. So it ended up being okay. I made like $8,100 yesterday. I started selling premium against it and working the trade in my favor, but it was definitely a ride, like I said. Um, but on the market here, guys, I wanted to come up here, test these levels, this 307 to 308 area, and then see if it's able to break and keep on going down. It is Friday. Generally, the last few months, Fridays have been bullish. So we'll see what they allow it to do today. I do believe we may test a little lower than 300. 297 or so would be awesome, and then for it to range and finish green at the end of the day today would be absolutely cool. If you guys have any tickers or questions you want me to go over, put them in the chat, and we'll go over them. NFX, good morning. JB, good morning. G Money, good morning. Asian, Ashen, I almost said Asian. What the fuck? I think I got everyone. And so yeah, so a little pop up here maybe at the open, guys. If we fill this gap up from yesterday, I'll genuinely be impressed if we make this. If we fill this in, quite a bit. And I mean, I've seen weirder things happen, but to get all the bulls out, to shake all the bulls and have a 7% pullback, and then for it to continue going up is just absolutely nuts. So we'll see what happens here. MaximumPainOptions.com. Yes, sir. All right, guys. And all right. So I'm gonna be watching Tesla today. See if it gets to the 1,000 and then breaks, pulls away from the 1,000 again here. It may just range in this area and come back to the 985, 980 level and just not really do anything as of today. So may not expect too much action on it. The one actually, that caught my attention and what I really don't like to trade, guys, is Boeing. Boeing is actually gapped up right now, and from the bounce where it had yesterday at 166, it's at 185 now. It's up $20 already. So maybe if it gets going, I may take a little trade on it. Dude, it's so weird to see AMG back in here, bro. That's like we're kicking it old school today, bro. Nikola, yeah, we're watching Nikola today, so I do like this here as well on Nikola. I was looking at it last night. Thank you for bringing it up, JB. If we're looking at this on a little bigger time frame. So right here where it pulled up straight to the fib line, it's holding right here, and then for it to, the way it's gapping here in pre-market, so maybe a dip and rip here on Nikola at the open, straight to the red to green line. And for it to continue going up would be awesome on Nikola. So I'm going to keep that here on watch. Boeing here, Tesla here, and then I want to trade Amazon, guys, but sometimes like it just, dude, it just kind of screws me. Yesterday was a little bit of a rough day on it. So I'm going to watch what it does, see when it gets up here to these resistance levels. And then if it doesn't, if it could hold these resistance levels and fade a little bit further down, then we'll go. The thing is that it's like almost it's coronavirus proof, so just rough. Morning to all you guys out there on YouTube, guys. Appreciate you guys being here, man. Leave me a comment if you guys want me to go over a ticker. What we're about. We'll make some money together, guys. Finish out the week strong. I thought this weekend was Father's Day, guys. I thought this weekend was Father's Day. I was kind of been back and forth with my son's mother about getting him this weekend, and it's not even Father's Day this weekend. I'm like, holy shit. Eric, good morning. What up, brother? You guys could hear me all. Michael, good morning, brother. Mr. B, long time no see, dude. Um, you guys could hear me on YouTube, right? YouTube and in the room, you guys could hear me. One, just to show you guys what we were doing at the beginning of the week. I'm kind of still sour about is we were trying to short the airlines, and I was fucking trying to hammer in right here, right at $20, bro. And we got down here to this 13, dude. Me and one of my members, we were trying to. Oh, NFX, are we doing the? Are you presenting your stuff today? 11 a.m. market time. Yeah, we could do that. That's at 9 a.m. Yeah, we could do that. So my member NFX, she's gonna go over some trades. Something that we do in our room, and I encourage is actually presenting your trades to someone else, and your thought process, and actually audibly saying it out loud and what you did. You'd be surprised how I don't know how you would say it, but once you say like what you did, you're like, holy shit, that's fucking. Why did I do that? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like once you actually verbally say things out loud, it's totally different, and it's a different level of accountability than you just taking trades and writing them in your journal and stuff. So, I encourage my members, if you guys wanna, if they wanna, share their trades and actually present them, and then also maybe get some constructive criticism for the group, or share ideas on ways to improve, or things like that. We do that as well. So I don't know of any other community that does anything like that. So Moriega, what up, bro? Yeah, dude, welcome, guys. So yeah, so she's gonna be doing that here like at 9 a.m. I'll keep the stream going until until she comes on. We'll find a way to do it. I think I'll just probably put the Zoom on here, and we'll go from there. But I like for my members to be able to present those as well. Um, what time is it? Got like 8 minutes to the bell, guys. I feel very unprepared today. Like I really don't care. Um, if I just see a setup, I'm gonna take it, but I'm not gonna push anything. I just stressed myself out all day yesterday, and my members kind of felt that. I got some pastries here from Starbucks. Does anyone want some? Yeah, we could do that. I just wanted them to hear your voice too. Richard, what up, bro? Bear Bully, what up, bro? Welcome. Good morning. Um, you guys, AMG was like first maybe one or three members that joined New Age Wall Street when I first opened it. He's like, "Oh, you open your own room?" He's all, "I'm with you, bro." He's all, "Let me know. Send me the money right away, dude." And he was like maybe the first one, two, or three members in here. It was just like me, Pedro, and Alberto, and me, Pedro, Alberto, and AMG, dude, and I was here streaming like it was a million people, bro. Now I got a whole 8 watching me. Look at that. So game plan today, guys. Not gonna force anything. I really don't care. Like the market's in a weird spot right now because of that what happened yesterday, the drop. So we're gonna wait for things to settle down, and then we'll take a position. Something that I've been trying to work on as well, as my me personally as a trader, is looking at bigger time frames for a bigger move. So I don't have to take as many trades, and then I can make more money. So more money from less trades. That's been my thing all year, is try to make more money from less trades. And I haven't necessarily been succeeding at it, but that's my goal that I've been working towards. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how the spy reacts today. Also, guys, while we're waiting here a little bit, I have cut ties with Flow Algo. I'm just waiting for my membership to end for this month. I've already started partnered with Black Box Stocks, guys. So I partner with Black Box Stocks, and they're my new they're gonna be my new Flow software people, and they're freaking awesome. They actually even called me to set up my account. They called me to set everything up, make sure I was taken care of. I have my own account manager, so if you guys personally need anything, let me know, and I could call them and tell them. They're there in Fort Worth, Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, and so I like that too. Every trading business that I've dealt with in Texas is fucking awesome. So there's Cobra, there's um, Black Box Stocks, and their software is a lot. It's a little bit more sensitive, the algorithm that's built in for the sweeps and stuff. So you get to see a little bit more of them come through, and then also it's cheaper. So Flow Algo is $150 a month. Black Box Stocks is $99 a month normally. With the code, if you need a code, you just ask me for it. It's like they'll give you like $25 off. I think it's like $70 or $65 the first month, and then you still save off of the Flow Algo price is $99 a month going forward. But absolutely, guys, a lot better than I mean, I sent a message to someone in Flow Algo and like 2 weeks ago, and they still have not answered. I was trying to get discounts for my members. Like I told them I could care less about the commission for my members. They would not help me. So we traded over to Black Box Stocks. If you guys want to come over with us, just to let you know, Flow Algo could kiss my ass. I'm about to take off all my YouTube videos that's promoting them, guys. So. Alright, guys, 3 minutes to the bell. Let's have a good trading day. Everyone mitigate their risk, use your stop loss. Always be paying yourself and taking profit, guys. Um, what I'm doing, guys, is I'm turning on my timer for 10 minutes after the bell. You guys can see. So I'm not playing about this 10-minute stuff, guys. Like, yeah, I've gotten a lot of DMs from people too that say that they've implemented it, and it's helped them out a lot too. So, Benitez, good morning, brother. I think I missed you. If you're looking at other tickers here in my room, guys, if you guys are looking at other tickers than what I'm personally looking at, don't be afraid to put your watch list so other people could see it as well in the chat, like, and what your thought process is behind it. Sharing is caring, kind of like the way that JB does. Don't be afraid to put that stuff in the chat, so then we could also take a look at those tickers that you're looking at for those opportunities too. Like I said, sharing's caring. You don't want to be you know, hogging all the money over there. I really like standing a lot, like at the open a lot better, guys. This is freaking Boeing is going, guys. See if we get an opportunity, bro. Yeah, dude. That was something I was gonna point out on Tesla too. Is that we have like a Head and Shoulders on Tesla. We have like 30 seconds, real quick. So if I go like this, I think it was Tesla or Amazon. Right here, Amazon. Shoulder, head, shoulder. So I'm looking for a pop up and for it to continue down here on Amazon. Black box, yeah, dude. Give me a few minutes into the open, and I'll get you the links here in a bit. All right. Dude, I want to hammer Tesla so bad, bro. Gotta wait. Gotta wait. Here we go. We should get a wash on the SPY here in a second. I didn't. There it is. There it is. You guys know I love playing Amazon on Fridays because of its expiration day. The premium is a lot cheaper, and you could get some lottos and make some decent money on Fridays on it if it gets going. Zoom is taking off right here, guys. ZM. There's the wash there on the SPY. Looking for Amazon to get to that resistance here in the top, and then it'll get interesting from there. So like I said, I'm not FOMOing, nothing into anything today, trying to be a little bit more disciplined. If I don't take a trade, I'm pretty good. I was showing my guys I'm up about 45,000 for the month of June. So nice even pace, guys. I know there's people making millions right now in the market, but I'm here for a long time, not a good time. Oh, Tesla showing weakness, dude. Son of a bitch, bro. All right, so right here, real quick, guys, on Tesla. So this is what I like to see on whenever you break a significant line of support or resistance, which this red to green line actually is. So it broke down right here, and then it's coming back to try to test the other way. If it bounces, great. If it builds a support right here and it bounces and it goes up, great. That's fine. But what you want is for these puts, if you want it to come down, for it to come down, break, it kind of test it again, and for it to keep going down. Richard, good morning, brother. Wasn't expecting you today, bro. 1 second, guys. All right. There we go. We're seeing some heaviness here on Tesla, guys. I think I'm liking this. Still waiting my time though. I got like 6 minutes. Yep, 6 more minutes. Also, while we're waiting, guys, we have the stock cast on Sunday. If you guys want to come hang out, we talk technical analysis and hang out on Sunday. Get ready for the trading week. I need suggestions on who you guys want to see on the stock cast, guys. So if you have suggestions on who I should ask to come on, leave them there so I could get them. Oh, hey, guess what? NFX, I actually got him to DM me, so let me butter his biscuit and ask him. Yeah, he slid in the DM, so we'll see. And you know what? Like I went and I stalked his oh, there goes the Fluago.
535 MSFT. 190 calls. June 12th, 2020. 260 contracts.
I stalked his the people that he follows and the people he looks towards for advice. Whew.
DOCU. 155 calls.
Oh damn.
July 2nd, 2020.
I'm gonna check out this docu real quick for based off of the flow right here, guys, real quick. Oh yeah, it's pretty strong right here. So what you're looking for is this resistance from yesterday, this high that I put in, probably about 154, 155. It needs to break that to keep on going. But this doesn't trade. DocuSign doesn't trade with a whole lot of volume, guys. So it kind of trades kind of thin. So 150. The spread isn't too bad, but see what happens. These were 155 calls that just came through. They were just one little sweep. But it looks like looks like even like big money is being a little bit cautious here, guys, on like on the flow algo. Usually like we have the open and it just starts going crazy, and looks like people are sitting on their hands waiting a little bit. Damn, look at Boeing, dude. Boeing for that dip and rip, bro.
NVDA. 367 calls. June 12th, 2020. 3. VGK. 53 calls. September 18th, 2020. 500 contracts. FCX. 10 calls. June 19th, 2020. 500 contracts.
You're flat? What do you mean, bro? Michael?
Bida. 15 calls. June 19th, 2020. 554 minute. 5 calls. July 17th, 2020. 2,467 contracts.
Got like a minute and some till I could trade. Gonna sit down, guys. I'll put my desk down and sit down real quick. Hold on 1 second. Dude, you don't suck, bro. Dang it, Pedro. I knew Pedro was gonna hop on that, bro. That was good work, dude. How did your webinar go yesterday, Pedro? Sorry I couldn't be there, brother. Good, good, dude. Oh, I don't care, bro. Like, yeah, you're the master at the dip and rip, and for all you guys, I just named it. Fucking Pedro perfected it. I just named what he does. Flatten reference for the month and the year. Dude,
Wins.
kind of how long have you been trading, Mike?
July 17th, 2020. 746 contracts.
Dude, Boeing is freaking sick, guys. You see anything over there, Richard? Oh, I swear, if the freaking spy. You're in an Amazon call, dude? Yeah, so in Amazon, it's, I can't
VA.
need this to go like here real quick,
July
guys.
12th,
And then,
2020.
so it's getting up here to this resistance that we're talking about. So you see where it spiked up to it? This is where I want to see at this 2620 or so. See if it stalls out right there and then reverses. But the market's also really strong as well. So if it doesn't, cool. Well, it'll just keep on going. Um, just need one monster trade. Let's see. Dude, it's kind of part of the. I was, you know what? I was thinking about that, Mike. Sometimes like in trading and like in just a lot of things, I think what happens is that you have a contingency plan. You have a plan B, like you know what I mean. You have something to fall back on, maybe like a day
15
job,
calls.
whatever it may
July
be,
2nd,
and so
2020.
you not necessarily that you're
728
complacent with
contracts.
it, but you don't focus on it as much as you should. Um, and so people that don't have another that's why you see like a lot of professional athletes that are from like um, from the hood, like you know what I mean, they don't have no other choice but to perform to get out and do something with their lives, and once you give yourself no other option, bro, um, your mind changes, bro. What I think about Amazon right here at this 2620 right here, Richard. Um, I have a line right there, 2620, bro, is where I'm looking for it to reverse, but staying patient on it.
ADV.
Was that for me what I said,
380 puts.
G Money?
October 16th,
Yeah, so like
2020.
for instance, I'll give you, if we're talking here while I'm waiting to trade, I got
15
I got
calls.
like a couple seconds I think until
July
oh, my
2nd,
phone died. No wonder that my shit didn't go off.
199 contracts.
Um, so for me, dude, I have felonies on my record, right? Like I have, I'm actually in the process of getting them expunged and in my record sealed, and that shit's expensive, dude. They just quoted me 7 grand to get all that shit taken care of, and it's a flat price, which is nice, but still, I mean, it's a lot of money. And like right now, I carry a sidearm on me, and I'm not really supposed to have it, but because of the felonies and stuff, and I couldn't get a decent job, I actually got kicked out of college because of it. They didn't want to let me keep my scholarship because of the felonies. So they said it looked bad on the university. Um, I didn't have that opportunity, so you kind of got to make your own opportunities.
200 calls. June 19th, 2020.
Awesome. I love this pullback
500
here on
contracts.
Boeing, guys, right here to the 187. Oh, come down a little bit further, Boeing. Let me show you what I'm looking at right here. So right here on Boeing, it's pulling back. So you have this this high right here. So that's acting like as your support in this area where it pulled back to. So I wanted to hold around in this area for it to continue to go up. So I'm waiting, waiting to see if we. I wanted to come back further down, dude. I feel like it's a little bit of a chase right here. There we go. There's see if we can get that compression going here on Boeing. There we go. Pull back a little bit more.
Off. 5 calls. October 16th, 2020. 1,000 contracts. BNY. 65 calls. December 18th, 2020. 500 contracts.
You see how it's validating that support, guys? It's coming down and it's testing that 188, and then it those buyers are stepping in here to go ahead and hold up that price here in this area. You could see it on all three of these candles, and they're kind of making these higher lows. You see that? I'm gonna load it up here. 190 calls here on Boeing, which, like I said, usually I don't trade Boeing, guys. It goes pretty slow, but this thing could actually make a pretty nice move. So. Excuse me, I pulled up Baba on accident. Excuse me. Oh, and it broke that. So I broke it here, guys, so I'll leave it alone. As I was pulling it up on my option chain, so we'll see what happens here in a second. Maybe it retraces to the fib line and bounces, but we'll leave it alone for now.
IYR. 84 calls. July 17th, 2020. 1,100. IYR. 84 calls. July 17th, 2020. 750. IYR. 84 calls.
Oh, look, my alarm's going off as soon as my phone turned on.
1,505 contracts. CMI 175 calls. June 19th, 2020. 517 contracts.
So you see on Amazon, it's holding that 2620 pretty well. And I'll show you right here, guys. Oh, I put in the price. Stupid. But beautiful right here. Right up to the line, gave it a little love tap. So we'll see. It's putting in these higher lows though, so see if it tests it. Oh man, it's gonna wash. Hmm. Did you get out in time, Richard? No, I'm flat right now, dude. I haven't taken anything as of yet. So, about looking at Amazon here for this wash down though for some puts. Awesome, brother. And here goes the selling here on SPY, guys. So this is that little pump that, or not pump, I should say, but little push up that we were looking for on the SPY. See what we do coming back down. All right, I got some puts here on Amazon, guys. You got some puts on Amazon, Andrew? Market should pull it down here, Richard. We need a break 307.29 right here on the market though in order for it to keep on coming. So, but I feel pretty confident, brother. Even on these, I'm looking at a. So here's what I'm looking at here on Amazon, guys. I'm looking at a 5-minute chart, and what I'm seeing on these other candles right here, especially on these two that popped up to the 20. There's no volume here. There's no volume on here where it actually tried to pop up. So looking for it to come and pull it back down. At least a 2600 test would be nice.
QCOM. 90 calls. June 19th, 2020. 1,235 contracts.
Oh man, dude, it's moving slow. BYND. Oh yeah, there we go, dude. Are you looking at the 1 minute, bro? I'm looking at a 5 minute, bro. Yeah, I see what you're. Now I see it on a 1 minute, bro. I think this chair is about had it, guys. I need a new chair. Here comes the SPY, guys. So right here where it dipped down to, also you have this volume, the fib line right here. Needs to break below this to continue further down. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . on Tesla, guys. So here's what I'm looking at on Tesla, right? This is going, you're getting this sideways action even in, since pre-market. If this breaks again on the on this red, it'll be green to red line, I guess now. So it'll break, and then you want it to come back up, test it, and then continue further down. You see how it's they're trying to protect it here on this red to green. So you need it. We need this to break here with some pretty good volume, and then for it to come back and retest. Boeing might actually give a second chance right here, guys. Three calls on BYND. I like this, dude. The double bottom here at 147.50. Just got to get above this 148, 149. And hold. I tried to play Boeing, I think, like at the beginning of the week, dude, and it didn't quite work too well.
July 2nd, 2020. 860 contracts.
I got some Boeing calls off of what we're talking about right here, guys. So, BA. So Boeing, let me actually get a little bit smaller. Right here, guys. So this is the same area that we were talking about. This area, it just actually went and it touched it, but in this, so once you have like where it does the ranging in the same area, right? So like right here, and it held that base the same. So 186. Then you're looking for this cross right here, the Keltner, to start going positive, and we'll see if we get another. See if we get a move there. Holding on here for my Amazon puts, guys. I'm doing pretty good here. I'm up $6 on those.
June 19th, 2020. 998 contracts.
Paid myself a little bit right here on my Amazon. Then I took the rest right there on the little bounce up right here. So that worked out well, and I'm in Boeing right now, which is going. There we go. Go ahead, Boeing, do your thing.
June 19th, 2020. 904 contracts.
switch here for Boeing. And I just got out of Boeing here, guys. There's some resistance right here that up towards this level. It's not moving as fluidly as it was. And like I said, I don't like trading Boeing. Like, kind of just, you know, because it was up in the way that it was moving in pre-market, but it's not moving as fluidly anymore. Dude, didn't I lay out that plan for Amazon? I told you guys, 2620, hammer it in, Amazon. We're good to go. So that's it, dude. 100% day for me so far. I don't know if I'll take another trade. I'm up 2240 right now. Could have held Amazon a little bit better, to be 100% honest. And I think it'll actually fade a whole lot more, especially if the market starts coming back down again. But yeah, freaking beautiful, Pedro. Thank you, dude. That was that teamwork. The cool thing about Amazon is that my boy Richard in the room here, he took it on the long side. I was able to keep him safe to get out. He made money on it on the long side at the open, and then I was patient to be able to get it on the short side to grab some puts. We both made money each way, bro. So that's really cool.
SE 105 calls. July 17, 2020. 500 contracts.
You guys out there in YouTube, you guys in anything as of right now? The thing is, see, like that 10-minute rule is so fucking crucial. As long as like I could sit there and wait for my fucking setup, dude, I am on point. You cannot fuck with me. Like I will annihilate anything as long as I get the opportunity and the chance for the setup. Once I start FOMOing into shit, dude, I'm my own worst enemy, and I start making all kinds of damn mistakes, bro. And here goes Boeing. Watch, Boeing is about to break out right now, guys. Definitely not. The market does not feel the same as yesterday, guys. It feels like we're a lot lower volume today. So far, the SPY is actually bouncing here pretty well, guys. Bouncing right here off this 307.25 area. Let's see what happens now. Good, NFX. I'm trying to be like you. If you haven't noticed, I'm trying to be like NFX over here.
23 puts.
NFX makes my whole month in one trade, and she could wait the whole month for it.
571 contracts.
Yeah, so 24 hours. I just took that trade there, and the thing was, is I kind of chickened out. I kind of chickened out a little bit on this, a little bit higher here on Amazon. So the entry was right here at 26.20. I got in more towards like 26 on the break right here this high. So 26.17. I left a couple bucks on the table, bro. So whatever. Sue me, I'm human. But that was it, bro. I just played that Amazon short. It's looking pretty heavy here, dude. Every time the market starts pulling back, we get a pretty nice wash on Amazon. So so you could see that where there's that resistance and where it wants to come back down, especially with the way the market's coming back. So Boeing right here at towards 190, bro, and for it to continue going was cool too. So he's I don't know if you guys could see how that worked out on on Boeing. 1 second, I'll point it out. So you guys see this compression, right? So these Keltner dots, the cross, and then this is the move that you're looking for whenever that happens. This is that expansion out of compression. This is one of the things that we do. So you Keltner dots, cross, bam. Right here on this blue blue candles, MACD, TTM, you're good to go. And we'll see right here, it should retrace towards this T3 line or so, and then for it to continue going as long as it keeps that strength. If not, then you just leave it alone.
767 contracts.
Oh, here's Tesla, guys. Tesla finally broke the red to green. Pretty nice right here. Let's see what it does here, guys. If it just starts dropping, you can't chase it. What you would like is for, oh man, it's going. What you'd like is for a retracement back up here towards the red to green line, up towards this level, for you to get a chance to, oh, fuck, dude. Give us a chance to get in. Motherfucker. Yeah, bro. This is what we talked about yesterday, guys. Yesterday, me and my team, we were talking about on Tesla. So if I use the volume profile, let me bring that up. I like using volume profile for like a macro trend, a macro outlook, I guess you could say. Oops, I put it in like 20 times. Oh, now it's not gonna load. There we go. Man, Thinkorswim, they need to fix their shit, guys. Alright, so if we go to like this 4-hour chart right here, guys, what we're talking about is in this area, we had all this run up, right? So, and this is going to look different than what it did yesterday, but it got over the 1,025, and you could see this volume according to price. There's nothing right here, and then right here, this was a lot smaller yesterday when we're looking at it. Even if we go like say like if we do it like as a daily chart, in this area, so there's you can see right here in this area, there's no volume right here, guys. In this 970, 980 area, and so what we want, whenever you're playing with volume profile, it goes to where there's high volume that was done, and so where we were looking for is on the downside for it to actually come to about the 960, 950 area. And that's exactly about where we're at right now. Yeah, 959 is where the low is about right now. So yesterday when we were talking about this, I said we would get a push here towards like the 1,020, and I totally screwed up the trade. Like I said, I FOMO'd into it. But if you look into where it got to that 1,020, right? So 1,020 right here. I knew it. I was gonna risk off of this high from the day prior, right? So 1,020, you have your risk right here, and then for it to, because once it gets above 1,000, you could see everyone just hammering it once it gets over 1,000. So that would be your spot, and then for it to come down, dude, this is 20, and then 70, so $50 just right there, and then another like $10 or $20 right there, so $70. That's a lot of money, dude. But like I said, I screwed up that trade, and I mean, I pretty much have it perfect, and then the profit target for it to get today is the top of these candles. So you see this gap right here. There's no volume that was done in this gap, right? So your profit target would be right here at the top of this resistance, which is 956, and then the next area would be right here at about 945. So you want it to get down there, as long as the market permits and it continues down further, which it looks like the market is going to help you out to get to that level. Does that make sense? But that was the game plan, and I'm an idiot. Alright, so here's the bounce on Tesla actually, guys, that we're looking for. So you want to let this come back and let it bounce as much as possible. So you see this was support before, right? So it got right here to support. You want it to come around to that level, and then we'll reevaluate there for the continuation down, as long as the market helps us too.
VA 200 calls. July 17, 2020. 400 contracts.
And see if Boeing could get over 190 this time. Did Richard leave? I think he got chopped up on that BYND trade, bro. Didn't there's no momentum there. Alex, what up? Good morning, brother. How the trades looking today, dude? Choppy. And there goes the SPY, so there's the break on the SPY right here, guys. I can't get my thing to make a
August
line.
21st,
There it goes.
2020. 339 contracts. TSLA. 950 puts. June 12th, 2020. 189 contracts.
Did anyone take that bounce on Tesla that we were talking about? What up, bro? Hey, dude, I just got my 240 puts. 630, 617. I'm diamond handing this, but so far. 240 puts on which one, bro? On what ticker, bro? So you guys see where I was telling you here on Tesla how to see where that support was on Tesla? So I was looking at this high, the resistance, right? And then the next point will be these highs right here. But straight up to the same area, guys, at where it's trying to bounce right now. That's how you set your profit targets right there where it's relevant. The SPY, so you got 240 puts. Yeah, bro. Dude, that's rough, bro. Because the thetas are gonna start like hitting pretty rough. What now that we're getting into these we're getting really close to those you know those expiration dates. Um, but it looks like you may get it, dude. The market's kind of there's no panic in the market as of right now, dude. We're just kind of chopping around right now. There's nothing. There's no one really panicking as far as right now, dude. We start breaking below 300 again, 297. Yeah, bro. So I can't believe you. I can't believe you held them that long, bro. I messed up and I was trying to get in Tesla right now, guys, and I got calls instead of puts. I'm a freaking idiot. I'm telling you guys do not have to be smart to be successful at this because I fuck up a lot and I'm do pretty good.
WMT. 121 calls. June 19th, 2020. 561 contracts.
Yeah, so like half my profits from that thing. Fucking idiot, dude. Dude, Amazon even gave a reload chance here as well, guys, if you guys want to take a look at Amazon. So we have this other pop up here to the fib line. So I'm looking at a 3-minute chart, so there's actually a fib line right here. But you can see where there's right here, right here, right here, same resistance, and gave another chance to continue further. Now if we break lower than this 25.95, we should get cooking, bro. And you see how the Tesla right here, guys, is like, let me put it on a 1 minute.
June 12th, 2020.
Where it's straight up stuttering right here. Exactly where I just drew the line, dude. Like,
June
That's how you
19,
set the relevant profit
2020.
targets here. So I got on this,
730
we got this bounce back up,
many.
got in,
40
and then
calls.
profit
July
target.
17, 2020. 960 contracts.
Awesome, bro. I agree with you. There's not really that much momentum or anything going on right now. We're about an hour in. Yeah, we're about an hour into the open.
40 calls. July
Nothing too
17,
exciting, bro. I'm up
2020.
pretty good on the day. I think
1,000 contracts.
so 8, 3, 12, like 15,000 on the week or something like that. So just pray for you. Yeah, all of us will say a prayer for you, brother. Honestly, people laugh at me, but I pray over my trades, dude. I honestly think that's one of the main reasons I do really well. You would stop smoking? What do you mean, dude? And look at this bounce straight up. Oh my goodness, how that worked here on Tesla.
BAC. 26 calls. July 17.
So you guys that are watching from YouTube, if you're not part of the room,
21 puts.
my member Rosie
19,
is going to be doing a presentation here in a second, in about half hour, guys. So we're just gonna be chilling here. If you guys got any stories, if you guys wanna tell me about the first time you stole a candy bar, we could talk about that.
16, 2020.
Agent Schrader Trader. Good morning, Chase. How you doing, brother? I think you picked that name so you could be at the top of the list, bro. This coffee's doing some work on me, guys.
CCL 25 calls. June 26, 2020. 500 contracts.
From a macro standpoint here on Boeing, guys, I should say more like midterm. Like for it to be going, it's kind of like going sideways right now. We may see a bigger move towards the end of the day. So you see how this is kind of just going sideways right here? Oh, I'm showing you on the wrong screen. So sideways, we're actually getting like a pennant formation right here. So this breakout may be imminent here on Boeing. We'll see, but this may actually give a pretty nice move towards the end of the day, depending on the market. So the market's trying to stay up, but not looking 100% good. So I agree, NFX. Honestly, honestly, if on Fridays, if nothing shows up on Fridays, I'm pretty okay with it as long as the rest of the week is, cool. So a little bit. I didn't get any big size on it, but it was like uh, made 2190 on those. I would have been over 3K if I didn't make the stupid fat finger mistake. Yeah, like even the flow guys on flow algo and stuff, there's nothing going through right now. So if you made a little bit of money, guys, just wrap it up, call it a day. Don't if you're still looking for a trade, don't force anything. Maybe lower your size a little bit, your expectations a little bit, if you're gonna still keep on trading. But there's not anything that's really 8+ right now.
13 calls. June 19th, 2020. 800 contracts. AXNX. 40 calls. July 17th, 2020. 1,185 contracts.
On Boeing here, guys, I actually looking. This is actually looking like we may get a nice wash here. More down here, guys. So we'll on this bigger time frame, we'll see. There's no like planned meetings or anything, right? Today, no Fed stuff, no Trump talks. Yeah, Boeing's getting ready to hammer down, it looks like.
PFE. Calls. July 24th, 2020. 2,040 keys. 100 calls. August 21st, 2020. 1,005 contracts.
And here comes Tesla again, guys, to break that 258 level, or excuse me, 958, not 258. Wow. There we go. Let's see if it'll break it here this time. Spy stair stepping down here. And there's that wash on Boeing that we're talking about, guys. So see that your first point would be this 184 or so to the 183.44.
600 contracts.
Wonder where Charlie is. There we go. Tesla. Sorry guys, I'm kind of picking in my face here. I feel like from wearing the masks, So from wearing the mask and stuff, like all this area, like in my face, is just dry and like nasty.
EPZM. 25 calls. August 21st.
Mr. B, what up?
2020.
How was your trading day, bro? How did you fare, bro?
97 contracts. SPY. 299 puts. June 22nd, 2020. 912 contracts.
And this Netflix trade was just freaking nice, dude. It's just the thing about, or not Netflix, excuse me, Amazon. The thing about Amazon is that it just moves so freaking much, bro. Um, it's hard to stay in that trade, dude. You have to like really look at it on a bigger time frame and allow it some room. But if you look at this like on a 15-minute chart, dude, on Amazon, and we're always trying to improve, dude. But this is something that I'm trying to do. So 2620, like we said, right now it's at 2593. That's 27 points so far, right? Next stop here is this around this fib line 2580.
TSLA. 960 puts. June 12th, 2020. 100 off. 5 calls. October 16th, 2020. 993 contracts.
Ignoring yesterday and today. What do you mean ignoring, bro? The SPY is it's kind of like the plan that we laid out this morning. We said we were gonna get a pop and fade. So looking good so far. I would like to see a little bit more umph behind this fade, but I feel like we're gonna get some news in the middle of the day. Oh yeah, Alex. The thing is with it being Friday, like you almost like with the way it's moving, everything's moving a little bit more slowly. Is you got to play like next week's expiration, or else that theta will fucking kill you, dude.
SPY. 293 puts. July 17th.
And there's that breakdown here that we're looking at on Boeing guys.
Contracts.
No put buy, so just chilling by the low calls for months out. Yeah, dude. It's gonna go up eventually. Awesome, Topher. Awesome, brother. I agree, dude. That's on Fridays. You just gotta nail and bail that they don't get a hold of you, bro, and You could be right on the trade and still be losing money, dude. And that's the most horrible thing ever. So make your money and get out of town. I was looking at a picture, just real quick. My uncle's having I don't know if you guys are into cars and building stuff or whatever, but my uncle's building a K5 Blazer. I don't know what year this Blazer is, but he actually has it in Mexico, and they're doing all the body work and painting and stuff, and it's actually really freaking cool. Um, and the thing is I don't know if you guys could see it. I'll put the picture right here. But usually there's like a plate on the tailgate. Usually there's like a plate there, and they actually airbrushed it on, and it looks sick just from the airbrush. I don't know if you guys could see it, but oh man, I missed that thing on Tesla, bro. 946, dude, is the level that we talked about, right, guys?
TSLA 960 puts. June 12, 2020. 100 TSLA 960 puts. June 12, 2020. 132 contracts.
Man, this Amazon trade is making me. So now we're starting to see some pretty good selling here. You see this volume picking up right here in this area from the selling on the SPY. Actually, I'm showing you on the wrong freaking screen again. 1 second. So you see, right? Let me actually get a 1 minute chart. All right, so the volume picking up right here on the selling. That's what you want to see in that area. So
30 puts. September 18, 2020. 785 contracts.
on Amazon, guys, it would be cool if it came and tested red at 25.59. So that's like another $20 away or so. BlackRock Inc. stock. I don't know what that is, bro. What's the ticker for it?
TSLA. 1020 calls. June 19th, 2020.
Oh, these fuckers are crazy, bro.
Contracts.
You guys just see that sweep? 1,020 calls on Tesla for next week. Dude. We're talking shit right now, but that's going to be funny if it hits, dude. BLK. I'll take a look at it here in a bit, bro.
TSLA. 950 calls. June 12th, 2020. 144 contracts.
Oh, damn, bro. I am seeing a damn ghost. Dude, if you guys don't know who Fata is, Fata, I used to trade it with Fata too. Um, he trades small caps mostly, short small caps, and of course he's gonna come over here and flex on us. This dude, his hit rate is absolutely like amazing, dude. Like he showed me for like a quarter, he had a 90% hit rate. Um, 90% hit rate. I think like 9 out of 10 or something. Like he missed like on his trades. But he's absolutely awesome, bro. You could see like he's. That's funny. He's over here flexing on everyone. But yeah, he bottom and top ticks like almost everything, guys. I just like the way his patience on trades is just absolutely nuts. Um, but yeah, that's my boy, bro. That's he helped me out a lot when I was coming up, and I would compete with him because I wanted to be as good as him. To try to get the lowest covers, and I would think that I would be good, covering at the end of the day. And he's like, "Nope, I'm holding overnight," and and then he would bottom ticket. So Fate actually, he actually, I believe he's still at 7 points, but he trades at 7 points. So
Broken. 108 calls. June 12th, 2020. 432 contracts.
yo, dude, I could barely hear you, but dude, I'm pretty pumped, bro. What a nice surprise.
Thanks, man. I just I'm on the mic with the other with the 7 point guy, so I just turned it off and came down to the HCI.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying, bro. You're over there with the big timers now. You forgot about us.
No, man. If I forgot what I wouldn't have come in and say hi.
How you been, dude?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah, how's little baby Fate? He's probably a like, grown man with a beard already.
Nah, he's good. He's fine now.
Good.
Yeah.
I bet your I bet your trades are absolutely freaking nuts right now with everything going on.
Hey, I'm fucking. I'm trying long to, man. It's like I used to trade, but like I make more money at pre-market than during regular hours, man.
Oh, going long in pre-market?
Yeah.
Yeah, that what used to be my bread and butter, just going long in pre-market. Everyone was scared of it. I'm like, no, dude,
But
like
no, but now with all this fucking craziness and all that, it's fucking sick, man.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. Awesome, brother. How do you like 7 points?
it's good, man. It's awesome. Love it.
Um, awesome, man. You have to. That's how I was just telling these guys that like you would show me your trader view and you had like a 90% hit rate or like even more than
Yeah,
that. No, he works remote, bro.
I'm working from home.
Yeah, he works remote for 7 points.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. So
I'm in Calgary, Canada, not in the U.S.
yeah, but this is my boy Fata. He sent me chic videos with dance and everything. Bro, but yeah, that was when I was first coming up when I was in the J trader room trading small caps, and I was telling him that I would compete with you to try to get the lowest covers, and I would think I was all badass. At the end of the day, I'm like, oh, okay, I think I got it, and you're like, no, I'm holding till tomorrow. Like, son of a bitch, bro. Um,
It's easy now to hold overnights with no fees, right?
with no fees, this guy, he's it's not on my dollar, so
Yeah, we don't pay any overnight fees or nothing. We don't pay for borrows, no commission.
Are you allowed to talk about the way like your stuff is structured, like your cutoff point and stuff, like for the day and all that stuff?
Even you cut off like what time we
No, so like they give you like a max loss on the day, or how does that work for you?
max loss. You can set up your max loss. Like the start. It's like when you do starter, it's different. Like they might like look at your like when you start, they're gonna look at your statements and all that kind of stuff, right? So then they can decide it. They can give you 500 a day lock hour. It could be 1,000. It depends.
CCJ. 10 calls. September 18th, 2020.
Sorry,
1,229 contracts.
sorry, that's Tiffany.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so it's always different, right?
Um, it's because like when I remember when I applied, they were talking about $100 lockout, and I was like, you got to be freaking kidding, like
No, it's always different from a different person, right? It's always different. Mine was okay.
yeah. So I was like, you got to be freaking kidding, like I have drawdowns that are, more than that to let the trade work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
it's always different. It's always different.
so cool, brother. I imagine. Did you get your new house built?
No, I'm gonna wait for a couple years.
Dang, dude. I just realized I was gonna go to Canada, but they won't let me. They won't let me into Canada with
Because
my record. Yeah,
like, yeah, you know that I'm not allowed to use.
yeah. So we're gonna have to meet at the border, and we'll bring a picnic table or something, dude.
Yeah,
You sit on one side, I'll sit on the other.
that's right.
Did you get anything today? Today's kind of slower, right?
No, I sent you the charts. That's what I'm CHNR I'm in right now.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, yeah, CHNR. Like once it fucking topped, I reshowed it. I'm covering it. Like I just covered at 50, and then I still got a little bit left. So 350. I had what was my average? Oh, 5. Yeah, my average 5.
Yeah. So the way that prop firm work, the way that I understand it, Eric. Like I said, this is something I eventually want to talk about a little bit more when I apply to Seven
Yeah,
Points.
it's what's his name? Smiley. It's not hourly basis, or
No,
it's pure what you make.
they get a
That's how
percentage.
you get percentage of that. It's their money. Everything is theirs. You just trade and make money. That's about it.
Yeah. So and just to tell from my experience and what I know, and it's different from everyone. The way that Fatah is saying, it's basically up for negotiation on how good of a
Yeah,
trader you are. So the way that I was told is that I would only keep 40% and they would keep 60% when I first started.
you start and then it slowly increases based on your performance.
Exactly. So then you like your raises, right? You know how like in a regular job you get a raise. So like in prop firm trading you get they basically take a lower percentage and they allow you to keep more because that lower percentage is actually bigger money because of your performance that they actually
Yeah,
get to pocket in
yeah.
their
Because it's like once look at it this way, your money's not at risk. You don't pay for any borrows. You don't pay any commission. My rebates are like about almost 15K for this year. Rebates, just like ECN rebates, and I only pay platform fees, and like I got more rebates than what my pieces are.
Yeah, so basically he's getting paid to trade from the
Yeah.
ECN routes too. So I don't know if you guys have seen like Madas. He made like $400 to trade the other day just on ECN rebate. So um, pretty cool stuff, guys. Did you think that, Eric? There's a lot of, and maybe Fateh could talk about some of the drawdowns towards it, but there's just like anything, there's pros and cons to anything, dude.
Yeah.
Um, so I believe the way that I understood was that I would be locked into a contract if I was to be with them. As long as my performance stuck, I had to be in a contract with them for as long as I would stay. Like, and then if I'm not performing, obviously they could cut me or whatever. Almost like an athlete, right?
Yeah.
Um, So
Yeah, like if you're not like they spend a lot of time on traders, right? There's trader that's it took them over a year before they even made a penny, right? So they will spend a lot of time with you, like once they they're taking the losses, so they want to work with you. They want you to make money because if you make money, they make money, right? So it's their interest. Like they want you to perform.
and that's a cool, that's one of the pros, is that any resources that you want as a prop firm, they have availability to. Like
Yeah,
Fata even has availability to the dark pool routes now, where he could check
yeah,
liquidity in the dark pools that the normal public, like we do in our brokers, we don't have that. And that's a huge edge, bro, especially in small caps.
yeah.
So that's one of the things, is the resources that you have available to you like that, bro. Is just, you have like every tool in the book that honestly, if you're not successful with them, it's because you're not trying hard enough, or you're not, not putting the effort into it, because they really put every and this goes a lot to saying to Mike Manjuri and Mike Katz and everything. I know we've had our words and what have you, but like they're awesome guys, and they stand behind their
Like
traders
super
and what
nice,
have you.
super nice guy. Like they're just
Yeah, they're stand up guys. So
yeah. They'll work with you. They're just like whatever you need is.
yeah, you know what, the people that actually know their shit are helpful, brother. The guys
Yeah,
that are the show offs and whatever, they're the assholes. They're the ones that are fucking idiots, dude.
yeah. No, at the farm, man, everybody works with you. Everybody knows, like like it's you can ask anybody. Like we have our own chat and overlay, so the company, but they work with you. If you want to make money, they will work with you. But like if you have a good record, like a trading record, send them a 6 month statements, whatever, and then
And
you have an entry and stuff.
and to be honest, what they look for more, guys, going through like the interview with them, is your fucking attitude. They just don't want to have any assholes, working there, and that's why I'm not there. Like for the like, to be 100% honest, it's just because my attitude. Like you know I just I don't take shit or whatever, and that's the biggest thing, was my attitude. And but if you have a good attitude, you're willing to learn, and you're willing to accept constructive criticism. A lot of people aren't able to sit there and be criticized, and for what the way they trade, and it's hard for them. But if you're able to do that, then they'll work with you, even if your P&Ls and stuff aren't the absolute best.
Like I talk to both mics all day, right? During the day, and then like if I say I'm sorry for fucking this and that, and it's Mike always says don't ever say that. We're here for each other, right? Like they're super nice, man. Like I have no complaints about it. Somebody was asking about medicals. I don't know no benefit of medicals. It's you're trading for yourself, so I don't know. There might be in the U.S., but for us Canadians, there isn't.
Oh yeah, he already has medical, being a Canadian, so I forgot about that.
So I don't know about U.S. Because basically, you're just trading. It's like yourself, like the way you're trading yourself, your account. It's kind of similar. So I don't know if there might be in the U.S. medical benefits, but that I have no idea. I never asked. So
Yeah, small caps, dude. You know what? I want to get more into it a little bit more, dude. I actually kind of miss it, and then what's gonna happen is I want to get back into small caps, and everything's gonna dry up, and there's not gonna be any more opportunities. Watch, but yeah, I kind of want to get back, to flex a little
man,
bit on the small caps.
we can just do whatever, man. Whoever we want to talk to, you can just call them or you can message them. Anybody, whatever. We talk like we have our own chat here, Galore May, so we talk all day, every day with each other.
Yeah, dude. I haven't all the 7 points, guys. If you DM Stan, Stan is really cool. Nico in San Diego is fucking awesome. Riley in Toronto. Everyone's
We're all remote and kind of all of us.
and so yeah, so
There's only four of us in here, so
everyone is super helpful and stuff. But Amazon actually came to test red and green like we were talking about earlier, guys.
the agent are sick. I'm looking up paid on the fucking after they
On which one?
still in the EHNR. I'm still in the relationship from 5.
NHR.
EHNR.
Oh, dude, you got a lot of room to go.
I'm in from 5. CLDX offering.
Yeah, guys. So I mean, if you want to go prop, that's that's definitely a lot of opportunities. The other cool thing is that you'll actually have a license. So me and Fateh actually studied for our SIE kind of together at the same time. Stressful.
Yeah, CI and then you gotta have 57.
57, yeah. So they'll pay for your 57 and do all that. And in order to be licensed and for you to get your 57, you have to be sponsored by some type of firm. So that's kind of cool to have. I was pursuing it to be to say like I'm one of the only actual mentors that's actually licensed. But FINRA had kind of so part of the deal is that they said FINRA was having a hard time with my background and stuff, but I think it was just whatever. It's a little bit of a cop out. So your license. So the thing is, so you pay different commission rates from what I understand. Like at brokers, you have to disclose to your broker if you're licensed and you're a professional trader like that.
Yeah.
So you have to disclose it, and then your commissions are a little bit different. But you could like relinquish your license, like you can give it up if you want to.
No, I had no borrows on Genus. Fuck. That's really.
Dude, that was nasty last week. The GNUS.
Yeah. Fucking these roll hitters.
Do you have your? Do you still use your TraderView to track your trades? How do you track your trades?
I don't track it up.
Oh my goodness! So big time. We don't got a journal no more.
I just make money, bro. That's all I care about.
This guy. Oh my god. How much did you make last month, Fateh? Let's hear it. Flex on us.
Over 100K.
100K a month, guys.
But I want to make that in day, man. That's my goal.
Yeah, dude.
Still only getting comfortable with the size, man. It's like,
Anyone at 7 points ever have a 7-figure month? That's a good question, dude. I would like to know that.
you probably Mike.
Mike,
Yeah. My cats.
what are you allowed to say what type of size he gets? He trades with?
I don't even know. I didn't even ask. I was telling him about the size. He one day he just said, don't be surprised if I see 100K in my account. The size.
Holy shit, bro.
So that's kind of tell you.
Yeah, dude. It goes to say that we walk amongst fucking monsters, guys. No one cares. No one cares about our couple $1,000s that we take from the market, bro. No one cares.
And I was telling him like I need to size all those kind of stuff. He goes, don't worry about it. Like even standard, he goes, just one day you just gotta say fuck it and then you gotta do it, right?
You need a 10K month. Yeah, dude. What?
About the size, getting in the size. Like I can throw in now. Like there was time like I couldn't even go 10K. Like now I can maybe fucking 30Ks. Like slowly I'm trying building to 50K.
Holy shit, dude. 50K now is your max size?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, you used to flex on me with 10, and I'm like, oh, I got 4. So for me, for small caps, guys, around 4,000 to 5,000 would be my max size. on something I absolutely freaking love. You know what I mean? So that allowed me to still be able to maneuver like I could get out pretty quickly if something happened. You know what I mean? You start getting anything above that, you start having issues there. But kind of at that point where like it's uncomfortable to start getting bigger on that. It's crazy to see that size on there.
There's a guy that they can fucking control 100K is easy, I'm at 5 figure now for the day.
This 5 figures for the day, like nothing. Like you're like light work. It's good for a Friday.
Looking for Friday, I'm just gonna lock in because afternoon is kind of start fucking around, right?
That's another good question, Eric. I think um, most of them I do see trading small caps. The other thing is that Tristan from here in our room, he's actually at SMB now, guys. And he has, so it's almost the same thing. Like he tells me at SMB the way that he gets treated, and he trades and things like that. I think they're a little bit more strict at SMB than they are at 7 points, but
Maybe they got higher fees and all that kind of stuff, so they can. I don't know what the fuck is with SMB, so I rather like I'll trade for 7 point any day.
awesome, Topher. Great job, dude. You rode Spy all the way down, brother. This fucking dude. Good job, bro. Good job. I'm over here watching everything fade, dude. I watched Amazon fade, and the thing is I can't walk, talk, and chew bubblegum at the same time. So I stayed flat so we could talk a little bit here. Yeah, dude. The plan on Amazon was fucking on point. We said 26.20, right, and then fade down.
I
Uh,
see you trading always the options now.
Always, dude. Amazon, Tesla, and Netflix, bro. Those are my money makers. And then sometimes I'll play other stuff if it's in play. But um, 20. Yeah, so 50 points on Amazon. When are you gonna learn the options, Fateh? Or you're gonna stay with small caps,
I love,
huh?
I love my piggies.
Does anyone at 7 points play options?
There are a few guys, a lot of guys, man, a lot of guys. Mid caps, large caps, options. I had options available, but I said, I'm not even using it, so what's the point?
Damn, someone let me go over there and play some options. Are you guys have they talked about going to oh, I guess you wouldn't be able to go though, but going to Traders for a Cause this year?
They do. They go. They always go.
Yeah, we'll be there. I'll be there. I'm hoping some of the guys here go too, but I'll be there. Matt, what up, bro? I didn't see you come in. Gapping down. Thoughts on Spy gapping down over the weekend, dude? Hard to say, bro. I want to see how we close today. To be honest, like we've talked about the Spy closing strong every Friday for the last couple of weeks. So I'm definitely interested to see how we close today. And then we'll go from there. Oh, no worries, dude.
I just wanted to say hi, come in, and
Cool, bro. Don't stay gone for so long. We could use some small caps lessons.
anytime, man. Take care.
Later, bro. Dude, that's my boy. I feel so fortunate that I have awesome people that support me, and like if I needed anything from him or the like, and he's given me some of the stuff that they use, like um, dude, resources, and honestly, like I said, one of the biggest edges that you could have in trading is networking with other traders, and the knowledge and resources that they have to be able to trade is absolutely freaking cool, bro. NFX, are you still with us? You want to jump on? Exactly, indicators, the ways to look up fundamentals, things, dude, like shortcuts. All right, cool. The floor is yours. Let me actually change this real quick, and we'll be all set.
Okay, can you
Yeah,
get
give me,
recovered?
yeah, give me a second though. Okay, cool. Go ahead and share your screen.
Okay, sure. You should be able to just sort of connect on.
I never watch anyone else's screen. Awesome. All right, cool. There we go, guys.
Okay. So this will be a good opportunity for me and everybody in the room just sort of to discuss the trades that I've done and the things that have brought me to this, and it's definitely going to be good to for me and everybody else to kind of not compliment, what was it? Comment on the things I'm going to do. Sorry, I'm quite a bad speaker. I get a bit so, I didn't know what to name the presentation, but it's basically just talking about um, the the trades that I've done and the things that I've learned. And it'd be good to hear from everybody else in the room if they want to do a presentation like this, because we all get benefit from it. So the first thing I'd like to start on is creating setups. Can you see the stream all right? Is it all right? Should be fine. Is it all good? Could I just get confirmation that the stream is cool? Thank you. Um, cool. So one of the one of the main big, I suppose, game changers that I had was creating the setups and naming them. Because I know that a lot of the guys in here talk about over trading, and I think everybody's kind of been through that at one point where we think, oh, okay, it's going to do this, it's going to do this, but I suppose where I kind of got my patience was waiting, creating setups and naming. Um, so that because the way I trade is just basically seeing the same patterns and the same occurrences just repeat and repeat and repeat. Um, but everybody has a kind of a way of trading. Some people like scalping, some people like swinging. It's just the way I personally prefer to do it. And the way I also like to remember it is that all the candlesticks and all the movement is just a visual representation of the supply and demand in the stock. I suppose I try to think about that, especially when it comes to reading the tape and looking at major support and resistance areas. And also thinking about constantly improving and refining the setups. Like, I personally always think about looking at new indicators or advice I've got to try to think how I can improve the setups, the win rate, the R return, things like that. Like, what kind of market are we in? Right now, since the V recovery, we've been in a very bullish market, and pretty much all my trades have been from just going the squeeze consolidation long, and honestly they've been really quite good. Like, I need to double check on the win rate, but it's way over 75%. Just constantly, trade, and that's all I've been trading. Just those setups off the first sort of 10-15 minutes, that 20 minutes off the open, just trading those. But I think it was good to identify what kind of style you like. Like, I'm not very good at doing scalping. I'm not very good at making these really split-second quick decisions. But I also don't like swinging because I'm not quite good at holding my nerve through long periods. So I found that the style that suits me is sort of 1 to 3 minute intraday executions, and of course some swings, which we've done. So these were back when I traded equities. So these are all the kind of setups I like to do. I don't know why, but it seems to be these 2-3 wave type of candlestick patterns, and hopefully we can get this guy called Autumn on. He talks a lot about confluence and conviction. Um, doing several layers to bring your kind of all thesis together. So strong tape, evidence of buyer refilling, holding the levels. So these, when I would do equities, and here's an example of a loss. So I would hold, a loss, but that needs improving, because I would tend to sell usually in sort of this, the one down the bottom right. If it breaks the previous low or the previous lows, then it's invalid. But sometimes it doesn't always work. So this is, I suppose, you go about always trying to improve and develop the setups. So the way that I suppose I do it now is always off the open, looking for those consolidations, counter dots, reduce volume near the pattern apex, which increases on the breakout. If we get the volume increase on the breakout, I find that tends to confirm the pattern and goes up, and of course the catalyst. What I find quite interesting, I was thinking about this the other week, and what is so, for example, new versus a short squeeze. Would you say the short squeeze is an innate catalyst because it's a direct result of shorts covering? It's not people. So news, for example, if like with the Nvidia or the AMD, I think it was this week when they were confirming the AI chips, people were buying on speculation. So people and institutions were buying on speculation that the price is going to go up because they are investing in these chips and AI chips. But with a short squeeze, it's more investors and retail are covering their positions, which is forcing the price to go higher. So how is that different? Would you say that's a catalyst versus a sort of, are they both catalysts? Is one kind of different than the other? So that's, I suppose, what I was thinking about, and that's why I think Tesla is quite nice to trade, especially during the whole squeeze thing back in a few weeks ago, because it wasn't necessarily a result of speculative buying; it was a result of sort of squeezing. What's the next one? So this was Barber, and this was a few weeks ago. But you can see this whole. You see how you get lower high and squeeze. You get these counter dots down the bottom, and then you get a breakout of volume as the price goes higher. And this is pretty much what I've been trading for the last few weeks, 2 months, I'd say, actually, to be honest, since basically the V recovery, since the crash lows. And it's always kind of been the same pattern, just looking for the same type of setup. And that's why I think I've gotten quite patient, because I will not trade unless I see these types of setup. And again, it's just layers of conviction. Do we have the volume? Do we have the setups? What kind of macro setups do we have? Do we have an upward trend on the 4-hour? News catalyst? Do we have upcoming earnings? Do we have a catalyst of news being released, like the AMD and the video with the chips? The flow is also a good one to look at as well, I found. If we have a lot of continued flow on the call side or the put side, it might, it can demonstrate people coming in looking for the price to go up. And you'll see on the next 3 slides, all these sort of setups look very similar, because that's basically what I look at. So you look at the next one. So again, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but again, it's the same one here. So you get these sort of consolidated squeezes with the counter dots and the flow. And again, this is one I documented that I'll go back to. The consolidated counter dots and squeeze. So with this one, I entered a feeler as sort of the price was holding the tape. Now, when the tape is at this level, I find it slows down, and you see, buying and selling going on, but the price never seems to drop lower. It's almost like the buying and selling is refilling. The buying is refilling and holding that level before it starts to push up. The Fibonacci's are quite good. And one thing I do need to improve on is just being more aware of the macro resistance, because I find sometimes I get a bit like tunnel vision when I'm in a trade, and sometimes I forget to look at the larger time frames. But this one was all right. So I bought here and I sold some around here, and then I actually sold most of the position here, but I was watching, because again, what I like to do recently is sort of every week I go over the main ones that I trade, which is Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, Baba, Microsoft, AMD, and I look for what's going on that week. So I look to see what kind of patterns have been forming, what kind of movement's been happening, and I've noticed that we get this kind of push up, push down, and this is what I was looking for right here. As we came down, hit these green lines, which are the Fibonacci 89 and 72 EMAs, we bounced off, and then as we got this break of this higher high, pushed up. So I also took another scalp here, and then we got this triple top here, which is where I sold most of it. So I mean, I've been trading for, I think, almost 2 years now, so I've still got a lot to learn and a lot to come. But I think also it's proportional to how much work you put in, which I'll discuss later. And I'm sure Cruz can vouch for that with when he was saying he spent a year locked in his room. So I'll go to the next one. And this was the Amazon that I took yesterday, I think it was. So again, I was watching here, and I was watching the tape, and it was all holding here. The tape was quite slow, the price was quite slowed. So I entered a feeler here, and this number 2 is where my risk was. So again, the break of the lows, because I found with these trades, especially recently with how strong the market has been, if it breaks the lower lows, the pattern and the setup tends to fail, and then it does tend to fall. So I was just holding that feeler entry here, and as the tape was slowed during this period of consolidation, and then we saw these TTM squeeze dots. So once it started to move up and break the highs, we got this volume increase on the break to the upside, and that's when I added a confirmation ad, because this is something that I've been working on in the last few months. Before, with my trades, I would tend to have this kind of one shot, one kill mentality, where I would get in and then get out. I wasn't very good at adding and scaling out. Yeah, one shot, one kill, and I couldn't wrap my head around sort of not adding to a loser, but because I was quite good at scaling out. I'm really good at scaling out, but I'm not very good at scaling in. But what I found with this, I developed this confirmation ad, and I found that once the volume would increase to the upside, especially with these patterns, if it would increase, then the pattern would confirm and the setup would confirm. Now, the big mistake I made here was selling the majority of my position here. And honestly, I'm not going to make any excuses. This was completely an emotional sell. I didn't really have any major resistances here. I just saw the tape. I was up a decent amount, and that was pretty much it. I just thought, okay, I just want to take some profits. And there's nothing wrong with scaling up. There's nothing wrong with taking the profits on the way up, but I suppose there has to be a reason for it. And one of the best, personally, one of the best trading advice I ever had was with regards to entries, and it was try to enter the position closest to the point of invalidation. I think that was actually back in the cryptocurrency days, but we won't talk about those. But that was that's why I also find that it applies here. I enter around the consolidation area, and the risk is very low. You know, the reward for these things are very good, and the risk is very low. And that's why I find they've just been great at the moment. You know, pretty much, you know, almost, if the pattern forms, it's pretty much going to confirm, especially in this market. But that was pretty much, those are pretty much my ideas for entry, and that's pretty much the only setups that I've been taking recently. I did actually miss something yesterday, and it was a short setup. I didn't actually include this, but so this was something that I was discussing with Cruz, and it was the big resistance around 2660, and that's honestly where I should have sold the majority of my position, because that was the next largest resistance coming up. But that's, I mean, there is no excuse. It was completely an emotional sell, and it's something I really, you know, I had to spend a bit of time analyzing, working on, because that's one of my main flaws is being scared to not only, I mean, I kind of got over the fear of entering, but it's also fear of perhaps holding. Like, it's good on the patient side because I am very patient and I wait for the setup, but a lot of the time I don't hold long enough. Like, I think it was Microsoft the other day. I missed the majority of the move because I was just, you know, getting shaken down and getting a bit scared, I suppose. So I like to do my trades on layers of conviction, and the intraday setup determines the size. So, for example, with this Microsoft one, this was only on a 1 minute chart. Yeah, okay, it had some flow, but it had no catalyst. So the size I used here was lower than the size that I used on this barber trade, because this was a 3 minute setup, and it's very nicely holding the 50 EMA. I don't think any of these trades had catalysts, but I'm thinking about developing. I don't know if anybody used it, some kind of sizing model where you assign a catalyst. So a catalyst would be like a news event, or some kind of event that would fuel the move. So a short squeeze, for example, that would be like. I'd be interested to hear some opinions about this. Like, would you say a short squeeze was an innate catalyst? Because it's not. It's not. So a news example. So let's say there's a stock that say it's cured cancer. People are going to be buying that on a speculative event that their company has found a cure for, I don't know, skin cancer, for example. So it's speculative. They're buying it knowing that, in the thought that they have done that. But for example, a short squeeze on Tesla, people are covering their short position. So it's not a speculative buy. Yeah. So it's not a speculative buy, but it's an innate catalyst in the sense that it's more of like a chain of events. So I suppose I'd be interested to hear what people think about that. What, like a short squeeze versus a news event? What would you call that? How would you not differentiate the two, but what kind of value would you place on either of them? So going back to the conviction. So, like, for example, that barber trade, the 3 minute intraday setup with no catalyst. Some macro technicals would demand less size because the actual conviction is lower. The way I like to, what I've done in the past 1.5 years is record a lot of stuff on Excel and try to turn everything into sort of like a statistical probability. And, you know, okay, sometimes you will get stuck in those lower statistical probabilities, but I think that's my way of sort of coping with the fear of entry. So if it's got a statistical probability of working out, then you have to kind of, like they say, trust your system. So like combining everything. So do we have the flow? Do we have the TTM squeeze? What kind of macro or micro setups do we have? Is the volume pattern or volume distribution there? do we have a strong tape? Is there any catalyst? And I've been looking into volume profile, so I can't say for exact certain how much of an influence it's had, but it's just something I'm looking into. There's been quite a few things I've looked into, like Elliott wave or MACD or Bollinger Bands, a few other things. And what else? So the software and tools, I found that a big difference was actually getting Thinkorswim, because I use Trade Zero, but the charting abilities was nowhere near what you can use in Thinkorswim. And if you're an EU member or even a US member that doesn't want to put all your personal details into a broker you're not going to use, just contact Pedro. Pedro's been really helpful in helping me get set up with Thinkorswim for an EU member. Flow Algo. So analyzing the order flow. I find that's actually a bit more difficult on SPY, for example, because on SPY sometimes it can be difficult to determine whether it's a hedge or whether it's genuine buying. But for the bigger caps, if you've got an overwhelming call or put buying, then it's genuinely, I find, going to be in the direction that the order flow is. And one thing I also really found helpful was creating my own Discord. It's quite easy to create your own Discord. I have a bunch of channels, and it's just easy to keep things organized. As I put the picture here, so like I made a Trump bot. This was, I think it was about 6-7 months ago, where any kind of tweet Trump made, it would send the market in a rapid direction. So that was kind of helpful to think, oh, okay, what's he tweeted now? But then you have watch list, swing trades, chart analysis, and all that stuff just quite helpful. I don't personally use any scanners, but I know people find them very helpful. There's actually a free scanner, which is helpful for looking at the pre-market data, and it's called Stock Market Watch. I will put it in the chat. Trader View, I don't use this personally, but I know a lot of people do, and they say it's all quite helpful and all that stuff. And research and education, when I first started, and I have to send you guys this video of probably about 6-7 months ago, and the microphone was on, and I was just losing my shit losing this trade, and I probably lost about $50 or something silly. And I found personally what helped me was just looking at self-improvement, looking at what I've done wrong, and accepting responsibility for my own mistakes. So the issues that I really overcame was patience, over trading, just jumping into anything because you think, oh, okay, it'll go up, oh, it'll go down. And becoming frustrated, blaming the market, blaming everything else but myself. But the issues I still face is still, I still get a bit, especially with size, I still get a bit, honestly, the only way I could describe it was scared. It's scary putting that amount of size on and putting that amount of risk on. The first day I traded, I lost 1,500, I think, 1.4k, something like that, and I was so. But with the education, tracking. So I use Excel, TraderView, and Word Journal. So I put all my trades into Excel. Like the price I entered, the time, the ticker, the profits, stuff like that. That's how I found help. TraderView, again, I don't use that, but Word journals, that's mostly actually to think about the feelings not necessarily the feelings, but how I just random notes, how I felt in that thing, how I felt in that trade. But this is something I have. So this is the stock trading thing I have. This is ages and ages ago when I was live trading for 2 years, but I started in 2000 and I did some paper trading in 2016 before I gave it a break for a little while. But this is just so data tracking. I have all these spreadsheets which I look at different things, and a lot of the time I look at something and I find that it's not actually any use, so I just scrap it. but it's sort of like closing off dead ends, I find. So this, I suppose, this is where I've got to now with the specific criteria I look for a trade, by just closing off all these dead ends. And a lot of the time, I find that my trading tends to go like markets; they move in cycles. So right now with this V recovery, I found that the consolidation breakouts have just been, absolute money. But eventually the market will change and it will consolidate or it will go down, and then I'll start noticing it because I'll start taking consolidated breakouts, and then they'll start to lose more often than not. So what I'll have to do is I'll generally just sort of take a step back and then just keep analyzing the movement, analyzing what's going on, and then alter the short strategies I have or the long strategies I have to fit that current market. So right now I've been doing quite well. I've been, pretty much winning quite consistently with very little drawdown. But eventually that will stop. And I used to get frustrated at that because I think, oh God, I'm an idiot. I don't know anything. Like, here we go again. But I think that's just all part of trading, because I think trading is it's a very intense job. I worked as an accountant for quite some time, and it was quite easy. You could just sort of bum around and put things into spreadsheets, and you could take your time doing things. But trading's a lot like taking a test. You have a lot of time constraints, and you have to really focus during those time constraints. And it's a very mentally fatiguing job. I'm not actually quite sure where I was going with that, but that was just a nice comment. So that's pretty much, so education as well, that's been another good thing. People, it depends kind of what your life is. I know a lot of people have kids, a lot of people have wives, whatever, and they can't dedicate so much time to trading. But if you're young, if you have the time, because I know there's a few guys in here who, like me, we're quite young, you have the time, and it's worth putting in that time. Even if, say, for example, I'm fatigued, I'm really tired, I just want to maybe, I don't know, bum around on World of Warcraft for a bit, I'll always have like a video up, maybe from SMB Capital or another YouTuber, listening to maybe their journey or something, just always trying to do work. But it's also important to take time off, as Cruz will let you know. That's pretty much it. But I've done a few trades. I've done a few trades on Google Drive. This one is still in the process of being completed, but you guys are welcome to go and check that out. And I think you can edit them, because I suppose this is what's honestly nice about the trading community, especially as retail traders. We're all after the same goal. So I find the trading community is extremely helpful in helping each other and giving each other tips, and always, picking each other up when we're down. Because everybody's gone through, shitty periods in trading, and I imagine mine is coming up pretty soon, judging by the good streak that I've been on. But that's pretty much how I trade, at least recently, anyway. Recently it's been quite good. It's been, it's been tough. It's definitely been tough. There's been trials, but I don't know anybody who isn't doing at least somewhat well that can't say that it's been quite tough. You've had to it's been a lot more work than I thought it would be. And there's still a shit ton more work to do. But that's pretty much the slideshow that I had. If anybody has any questions or comments on this presentation, feel free to just type them in the chat.
The thing, right?
Yeah, we can do it.
Okay, so sorry, I got like 10 recording softwares right here. So so what's your biggest trade that you've had using the like my system or whatever?
I haven't actually used your system as per se. Like, I don't trade the different risks, but I use like sort of nuggets of your system. Like, I got the TTM squeeze from you, and things like just little nuggets I picked up from this room. I mean, I think I've had my third or fourth biggest day in this room, and that's obviously not a coincidence because everybody in here trades quite similarly. So I don't necessarily trade your system. I trade a system that I can personally understand using inputs from your system and but
Cool.
like I say, I mean, my third or fourth biggest day has been in this room, and it definitely wouldn't be the same if I wasn't in here learning from the cheat sheets that you and the other guys have put in.
What's the so, and that's what kind of like what I talk about too, guys, is that everyone has their own style, and I'm not gonna tell you. So there's other guys that say you have to do it like this, like you enter here and exit here. It's not black and white, guys. It's not black and white where you have to do that. Everyone trades a little bit different. Everyone's a little bit risk averse, a little bit different. Everyone's different. But if you could take strategies that everyone uses and implement them into your own stuff, just like NFX does use the flow. I use the flow. I use the counter dot. She uses that. You know what I mean? But then she also uses the MAs. There's one MA on my fucking chart, guys. You guys see that?
I love MAs, like the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA. Those are the EMAs that I like the most. But I think that's a good point that you're saying. Like everybody does trade differently, and you have to find the style that suits you. Like I couldn't. If somebody tried to teach me like a very really quick scalping system, I would generally find it difficult to learn it because it's just not. It's just something I just don't enjoy and I'm not comfortable doing. But I really like the candlestick chart patterns, and you can see they're all quite similar, just looking for the same setups over and over again. And that's just something that I have found that really works for me. So I think you have to find what really works for you.
So two more quick questions for me, because I think the biggest thing for any trader, these are the two biggest things, is patience for an entry, and then actually getting out on time, right? So how did you work at that?
So the patience for entry, that literally just comes back to creating those setups, because I don't trade unless I have a setup. And if I have a setup, I know where the entry is going to be, because the entry is always in the same place. Now sometimes it's honestly been a lot easier recently because of the parabolic